Hey y'all, it's your girl KV back with another review for 11 Marriage Huntsville. That was me just looking at the time, y'all. It is 4:49. I got a cycle class at 5:45 and the place is like 20 minutes away. So let me get to it. The episode, straight trip. That's it. I can appreciate that. They didn't give us the fluffer and the fillers. They said, nah, baby, we got a lot of this trip footage to give y'all, so we gonna hop right to it. We see Melody, Messy Mel. She Messy Mel from now on. We see Messy Mel arriving in St. Thomas with two of her single girlfriends, Dr. Shanita and Lauren. Now, I ain't never seen these ladies or whatever, but I've been seeing in the like on Twitter, and a couple of my friends told me that Shanita is actually from the show Football Wives that had like 1 or 2 seasons some years ago. And I was like, that makes sense. We'll circle back to that later on. Mel says, okay, well, let me assign these rooms. She gives her single friends, she let them pick their rooms. They get their own rooms. They get the good rooms, the rooms that is upstairs at the house. Everybody else she done put in the basement. So yeah, we'll see. She's going through the room. So when she gets downstairs to the house, it's like a room off to the left. She said, I'm gonna put Sunny over there because ain't nobody messing with Sunny. They said, dang, don't nobody like her and she get the best room. I'm glad we got here early. And even one of her friends said when the two of the girls was fighting over one of the rooms, playfully fighting, of course, over one of the rooms, she was like, see, I ruined this whole trip. Give me my room. I said, okay. This how y'all be. All right. Cracking me up. So Sunny's room to the left downstairs, and to the right it's like a laundry room, and then there is a 2 bedroom that kind of look like an apartment style. It's got like a little dining room table. I think it had a mini fridge, all that stuff like that. She's going to put Trisha and Stormy there since they know each other. Then there's a room with 3 full-size beds in there. She said, well, Kimmy and Tisha are sister-in-law, so they can room together. And Tisha said she gonna bring a friend. Her friend can be right there. It's perfect. It's perfect, y'all. I think they can be right there in the room together. Oh yeah, yeah. Cause she bringing. I don't know who this friend is. She bringing y'all. We gonna see who this friend is that she bringing. That's what it's giving, y'all. Oh, and Nell is in the room that's like in between. I can't stand this layout when you gotta like walk through somebody's room to get to a bathroom to get to another room. Yeah, so it's a situation like that, and Nell is on the path to somebody else's room or something like that. So one of the friends was like, "Oh, this the dorm down here." This the dorm down here. I said, girl, it's gonna be some problems. We already know. Look, I be having a plan down here where I'm going, so it's literally on the scene where they walk into the room. That's gonna be Tisha's and Kimmy's, and their faces are like, I know that ain't my name on the bed. They was so mad about the rooms, y'all. It was hilarious. Okay, so everybody else is at the airport together. Kimmy is already complaining. Kimmy is like, I don't even like girls' trips. I gotta get my own luggage. Getting your own luggage is trash. That's why we got men. We need the husbands to get our luggage. See, that's why I can't stand girls' trips. I was just like, Jesus Christ. Kimmy was not here for it at all. And I was watching somebody else's review, y'all, and they cracked me up because they reminded us that you complain about a girl's trips when you ain't been taking no trips because you just had your honeymoon, a year or so ago, and you had been married for like 5 years. And they was like, yeah, Kimmy, you pipe down. You was the main one that was excited when you opened up that bottle. We're going to St. Thomas. We're going to St. Thomas. So don't act like you too good to get in this multi-room right here. Now lay on down with your sister-in-law, Tisha, and y'all girl Destiny. Y'all can sit up and kick at night. Like, it's not that big of a deal. The one thing I will say though, if you are a person that likes to downstairs DJ, you definitely can't do that in the room with other people. So yeah, And if y'all don't know what Downstairs DJ is, look at Megan Thee Stallion's latest album and check it out. So I feel like I just hopped around a little bit, but we'll get there. Oh, because I'm watching one part and talking about another. Guess what had happened? Y'all, I got my little energy drink. I've been drinking Alani. Is that how you say it? Alani, to kind of have some energy. I also do Just Move energy, but you gotta mix that. Like, that's a powder, and I ain't really have all that much time. I was like, let me go ahead and get this review done and get to the review. The workout. So, where we at, y'all? Other ladies at the airport, Kimmy complaining. Just let me know she about to be a problem. She already came in with bad energy, so I was like, okay, yep, this is clearly when her and Neil gonna get the argument from the previews that we saw, because Kimmy was already not here for this trip at all. So everybody's here but Destiny. Sunny walks up and they're all like, oh, Sunny's coming? Oh, okay. Sunny's coming. Everybody's kind of shocked and they all literally like recoiled back or whatever. Kimmy speaks. She gives her hug. Nell half speaks, and Tisha and Stormy just kind of looking like, girl, I was cracking up. We see Trisha too. She feeling away too. I didn't know she gonna be here. Trisha hair pissed me off so bad, because why you got a poodle on your head? It looks crazy. And it's like, why couldn't you just get, some black girl vacation braids? You could have got, Trisha would have killed, like, give it like the scalp braids, the cornrows coming up into a ponytail with the bun, maybe some down in the back, maybe it's all up. Trisha would have killed some front scalp braids, individuals in the back, and I would have loved to see it, especially seeing, like, her little Nefertiti's looking type confessional. I can just see her rocking that. And so the fact that she came with this little poodle plopped up on her head, it was upsetting me and my homegirls, okay? So they get in the little Sprinter van. They're headed to the house, and they're talking about how, oh, I've been wanting to go on a trip, this, that, and the third. Stormy says that, she got a little separation anxiety about being away from her son. She has like a 2 or 3 year old, so she don't really go nowhere without her baby. Even when they went to Houston, since it was Courtney and Stormy, they got their own house to be at so that they can bring their son and clearly a sitter. So she don't be away from her child like that. So she's having a little separation anxiety. They told her, girl, wait until you have the second. That'll be all gone away. You'll be ready to leave them kids. And she said, well, we are working on it. They're like, oh, okay, really? Yeah, really? She says, yeah, we're looking at surrogates now. By the end of the year, somebody should be carrying my child. So everybody's just kind of like, oh, okay, cool. And then Sunny starts mentioning, I think she was the one asking her the question. So she's like, oh, okay, I'm doing IVF. I'm doing split IVF. She was like, what's that? You got to do it 2 times? Well, she had done it previously, and it was not successful. So Stormy showed some compassion for her in that moment. And you can see Stormy is like, okay, well, maybe I can't be too mean to this girl. She still is a human being. So she's just kind of like, oh, I'm so sorry. So where's everybody else just kind of like, okay, girl. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I wasn't an okay girl type person, but my thing was like, these 2 times, these failed times that you tried with the IVF, has that been while you've been with Moses? That's been you and Moses' baby? I'm just wondering, y'all. Because they said they jumped on kids really fast when they got together. So that's where my mom went. So they get to the house, and Mel tells everybody, I assigned rooms, go find your card. Tisha and Kimmy, they is pissed about being in this little crowded room with 3 beds. Nell is pissed because she can't find her room. Melody is like, hey, Miss Snell, you see that room right there with no card on the bed? That's your bed right there. I just wanted you to have a good, nice space and, have a good room since you're the oldest. You need that. Nell said, Nell, stop playing with me. You gonna stop trying to shame me. You better stop playing with me, Nell. She was like, why you keep saying I'm the oldest? You don't know if I'm the oldest. Because you are. I mean, you're not looking, but you are. Y'all, this scene had me weak for some reason. Nell was Nell drunk, or is this who she really is? I mean, which, there's a Venn diagram of that, so could be both. But yeah, Nell was on 10 when they got to this house. She was on 10 this whole night. So where am I in my notes, y'all? She mad about the name card. She's like, how you gonna forget my name card, Mel? I always take care of you. When we went to Houston, I made sure you had the rooms you wanted. You had a lock on the door. You had a mini fridge in there. Like, I gave you everything you wanted for your room in Houston. And they got the little flashback. It's a balcony. Like, she did give her a great room. So Nell is feeling kind of slighted because, it's Nell. And so excuse me. She been on me. She been out drunk. Stop shading me. And meanwhile, she said she still wants her name card. She saves things like that. So she's like, give. I still want my name card when we get back home. Meanwhile, Kimmy and Tisha outside mad. And y'all, the producer and Sunny came out. She said, some other people mad about their room. You should go check on that. So she goes outside. Well, no, she doesn't even go outside yet. This is Mel still trying to figure out what Nell is hollering about and why she hollering so loud. Trisha walks over to Kimmy and Tisha, and she's like, who is Shanita even? They're like, that's one of her single friends. She was like, well, she could have put me in the room with the friends and y'all had your own room. Like, that's not right. Y'all ain't get your own room. Like, I understand I'm the freshman or whatever of the cast, but they shouldn't be getting better rooms than y'all. It's been such a back and forth about that. Some people feel like, well, them Melody real friends, so of course you're gonna get them the best room. Some people feel like, well, this is a cash trip. You didn't pay for this house. Production paid for this house. So you need to be given the main cast, the actual cast, the daggone best room. So this been just kind of, it's been cracking me up one way or the other. So they send Nell out there to mediate, and it was so crazy to me because I'm like, she just got through yelling at Melody. What is she finna mediate? Like, it was such a setup because Nell literally just got through yelling at Melody for God knows how long, because it was like a quarter of the episode for us. So it was probably like a full hour for them. She just got through yelling at them, and y'all finna send her outside to some people that's already angry and upset, and y'all see that they angry and upset. So she gets out there and she's like just kind of being a little aggressive, and she ends up getting into it with Kimmy, y'all. I told y'all, Kimmy came on the trip. She was in the airport already over it, so I can see where these two end up colliding the way that they do. Nell comes outside and she's like, y'all need to suck it up. I had to suck it up. I had room problems too. She's being all aggressive and belligerent and drunk. And of course they took offense because who is you talking to like that? Who are you yelling at? Especially Kimmy, because Kimmy like, lady, we more peers than anything, so you definitely need to be talking to me like that. We can take it there. We can take it there. Kimmy walked up on her like, girl, this ain't the day or the time to be playing with me and mine. Okay? Kimmy, yeah, Kimmy, that was just funny the way that ended up happening. So Kimmy's just like, we don't need all that. And Tisha just like, you loud and you wrong and your neck showing. They're trying to pull up Nell's tank top because apparently she started flashing at people. And Nell, man, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't put your hands on me. Don't put your hands on me. Now it's just all this back and forth about the rooms, y'all. I was just cracking up at all of this. But honestly, I thought that they were going to be in a hotel because when she told them where they was going and Tisha asked for a +1, Mel said, you gonna share a bed? You sharing a bed with your plus one? Oh, okay, well, they gonna have to find their own room. I ain't got no room for them. So I thought, okay, everybody finna be having, she gonna have two villas and everybody gonna have a room. Or that's what it should have been, I guess. But I'm thinking it was gonna be like just straight up hotel style, bed, hotel, go to room. Not that it's gonna be the villa style. So I was confused about that already. And I was sitting there thinking to myself, if it was me and I was on this trip, would I get mad for somebody putting me in a room with three people, with two other people, but it's people that I talk to and I'm close with? I would be annoyed because I would absolutely want my own room on vacation. But that's me now. That's me now. I would be annoyed, but I wouldn't have been doing all of this. All of this, it was just so much going on. They was just being so entitled and just ready to fight over these rooms. Ready to nook and buck y'all, cause now, hold up, it's coming on to this spot right there where Carrie finna walk up on there. She said, we don't need all of this. Kimmy said, give me a reason to get on the plane and go home. I beg of thee. Because I don't even want to be here, okay? F this little check for this episode. I'll see you on the next. It was just so much, y'all. It was so much. Okay, so the closing scene, the coup de grace, the gratte, what is it? It's one of them. Coup de grace or gratte? I think it's coup de grace. Okay. After all this huffing and puffing and blowing the house down about these rooms, Melody's just like, okay, well, we in St. Thomas. Y'all know I like to have fun. So, you know, St. Thomas is known for carnival, but we not going to be here for carnival. So I brought the carnival to us. And you know, some people come out, they got the little carnival for his little mask outfits on, and they dancing, some pretty women. They got some bags. He be like, I want my bag, yeah, I do it, yeah, give me my bag. What's in the bag? So they lighten the mood. Melody started twerking on one of the boys. She got her leg out of, she having a good little time. And so next day, have dinner. After she lightens the mood, I said, good job, Melody. We appreciate that. After she lightens the mood, they sit down and they have dinner. Tisha brings up the comment about single friends. And I can't remember if she said it in this scene or she was talking to Kimmy in a previous scene where she was like, Mel said single friends as if them her friends that she have more fun with or something like that. Something along those lines. And everybody's kind of like, girl, did she say that? No. So that's something that you came up with. That's the feelings you having. So Shanita ends up asking her, can she be around people that she don't like? Stormy says she's sitting next to me and she don't like me. She don't care for me. Shanita got her fork or whatever, her finger, turns to Melody and said, watch her. And they both kind of giggle, and Tisha's like, what you mean? She said, cuz if you can sit down and be all buddy or whatever, be fake with somebody that you don't like, that don't mean she your friend and she at this table if that's something she could do. I don't really take Tisha to be a fake person though. So that was the part that kind of annoyed me about the situation. Like, yeah, watch her. She still needs to be watched. But Tisha not really fake. Tisha will let you know straight up. She don't hide her emotions not one bit. Look at how she says, did she call her a side piece or a home wrecker or trifling? She called her Look how many times she called Sunny trifling to her face when Kimmy popped her up on that lunch day. So Tisha ain't no fake one. Melody is the fake one if we really gonna go there. She gonna act like she cool with you up until she like, oh, okay, you're doing too much now. So that kind of annoyed me because it's like, girl, you don't even know them, but I mean, you do still need to be watched. So they end up having a little back and forth, and Mel Messy self is like, well, Trisha, you don't like Sunny. Let's talk about that. Trisha's like, well, it's not that I don't like her, but I'm down with Destiny, so I can't really be all that cordial with her. I feel like that was kind of childish to kind of be like, I get it, but at the same time, uh, I think they be a little extra with it. Like when they got on the daggone sprinter, Sunny was like, it felt like the first day of high school. They clicked up over there and don't nobody want to talk to you because you ain't clicked up with nobody. So, yeah, child. So, the two friends, they kind of looking like, huh, what you know what you about? So Mel describes real quick the whole Destiny, Sunny, and Moses debacle. And Shanita is like, well, y'all should be mad at Moses. What y'all mad at her for? And Mel is like, that's what I said. That's what I said. That's what I told them. Girl, hush. Everyone else is just like, well, Destiny considered her a friend, so she got some wrong in this equation too. And Sunny claims that they only hung out one time. We had one situation that we went to together. I don't know. It just sounds like a lie. Because even when Sunny did her interview with Carlos King, the way she kind of described some things, it's like you went beyond that of a producer. So for you to just act like it's so ridiculous of her to consider you a friend, it's like you fake. You real fake. Okay. You got that selective memory over there. So Nell screams out, well, is Destiny coming? I don't like talking about people when they not here to defend themselves. They're like, well, actually, yes, she will be here tomorrow. That is Tisha's plus one. So Shanita goes back to Tisha and is like, oh, so why would you invite her here knowing the history that she got with Mel? See, that's why I said watch her. Didn't I say watch her? I told you watch her. Mel trying to act like she didn't know that the plus one was Destiny. I didn't know it was Destiny. I didn't know it was Destiny. And Tisha's like playfully like, girl, stop. Like, I text you the fact that it was Destiny, and we saw the screenshot of the text where she was like, just so you're not surprised, my plus one is Destiny. So she said, yeah, you act like you didn't see it and didn't reply to it so that you can have this moment. And I'm like, Tisha, when you right, because that's exactly what she's doing. She knows she saw that text. And even if she didn't see that text, she knew good and well that your plus one was going to be Destiny. Who else? Tisha ain't got no friends. Marcel don't let her have no friends. Marcel don't let that lady have no friends. If it wasn't for Kimmy being the sister-in-law, she would probably halfway wouldn't be able to do this show. Tisha ain't got no friends. Stop playing. You knew it was Destiny. So Melody's like, man, F Destiny. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all, man. F Destiny. I was just like, ooh. So Shanita starts going back on and on about how Tisha's selfish. She don't care about the ramifications of her actions. If she don't consider you a friend, she'll put you in some situations. She ain't real. She fugazi out here, yada, yada, yada. That don't need to be your girl. Remove her from the table. Why is she here? Oh, why is she here? This is what Shanita is going through. She done told you 1,000 times who she is. Believe her. She done told you she'll be all up in your face, buddy, and don't even like you. I said, when I watched it, I was like, this girl is doing so much. She is clearly auditioning for a spot on this show. She is trying to be friend of, okay? She is trying to be friend of. She finna get her nail on, okay? Go from friend of to just kind of inch her way in, find a man along the way, and try to be main cast at some point. She was auditioning. So when I found out that she was on Football Wives back in the day, I said, makes sense. It checks out because that was an audition if I've ever seen one. Okay, so she's going back and forth. She is just tagging Tisha left and right. My God, it's like, we can tell you watch the show, and we can tell that Melody has given you inside information on how she don't like Tisha and why she don't like Tisha. Because she came at Tisha neck. Tisha was stuck. She had nothing to say. She was just like, and she in her confessional like, I'm trying to keep it cute so I don't ruin a girl's trip. Yeah, that, but you was stuck. That girl had rat-a-tat-tatted you all dinner long. All dinner long. Shanita didn't take her foot off that girl neck, okay? did not. So I was just like, this was the whole mess. This was a good episode. It was giving me Real Housewives vacation teas, because you knew they gonna fight over them rooms every single year, unless they put them in a hotel where everybody got the same exact room. They was fighting over them rooms every single year. So this episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville was definitely giving that, and it was comical to say the least. And you know, I always watch Heavenly and Carlos King's Messy Mondays, so they was cracking me up per usual. But the only thing that stuck out to me is I was like, production finds these houses. I didn't really realize production did the search for the wherever they gonna be on vacation at, but I'm like, I guess it makes sense because they got to make sure they can film there and everything like that. So I was like, production be being messy too, because why let her bring her friends if y'all gonna pick this house and have her stuff in them folks in that daggone room? They did it on purpose. It was a scheme set up by Carlos King to come to them with the bull. But it made for a good episode, so I ain't mad at it. But all right, y'all, I got like 30 minutes to get my butt to this cycle class. So that's enough time to get there, get my shoes on, look for these bikes in the dark. One thing I can't stand about this place, y'all, the bikes are numbered. You have an assigned bike, but they're not in like they're not like 1 through 10 on the first row, 11 through 20. It'll be like 35 over here, 32 over here, 30 in the front row. It's just all types of everywhere. It's aggy. So finding your bike in the dark be a task at times. So I like to get there about 5-10 minutes early and get that going. So hope y'all enjoyed the review. Make sure y'all like the video, thumbs up me, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, share this video with a friend, and you know, make sure I pop up in the algorithm so people can see your girl. Bye-bye.